Hey, and welcome back to Sheryl's Network Live, where we bring you tips, ideas, and strategies on taking your business to the next level. And here we are at the time of year where people are wanting to make change in their life and in their business. And I have with me online Sandra, who is with Infinite Mist Readings from Edmonton, Alberta. Sandra, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Sheryl.
Well,
Thank
welcome.
You for having me.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here on our show today. Now, I understand you do some awesome, exciting things in readings. How long have you been doing this?
Well, it's actually just been the last couple of months that I've been taking on clients other than close family and friends. But I just have such a wonderful gift that I'm just ready to share it with the world.
How did you realize that you had this amazing gift?
Well, it actually started when I was a little girl. I would walk into a room with my mom or have people come over to visit, and I would just get this feeling from them, with them not even having to say anything. But, you know, as a child, we don't really know how to say things for people to truly understand or believe us. Mm-hmm. So I never said anything until we had some strange things happening, actually, in our home. And my spiritual awakening happened, and it's been full tilt since then.
That's awesome. That's amazing. It's a real gift to be able to know, you know, what's going on with other people and to give them feedback. So many people really need that.
Most definitely, yes.
And so now you live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Mm-hmm. And so how do your clients find you?
Well, I started off, a lot of it's word of mouth. Mm-hmm. I do have a website, and I'm on Facebook, but the majority of my clients right now have come just from word of mouth, right? So you have a client come in, they are blown away with what you can do, and it just kind of escalates from there.
They tell all their friends.
Exactly,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so now with this power that you have and of being able to read people, you can do that online. You don't have to have them in person. Is that right?
That's true. So I am actually called a psychic empath. Oh. What that is I pick up non-visual, non-verbal cues that others feel like pain or joy or fear. It's all done through the feelings of my personal energy, feeling their auras and their energy. So when I end up speaking to you, I get a feeling from you, mm-hmm. just from your voice.
Uh-huh. And so, that feeling tells you different things that you can share with the person.
Exactly, yes.
That's awesome. And so now do you do more readings around personal issues, or is it around business and where people might want to go with their business? Give us some ideas.
Quite a mix. So I have had some clients come to me where they have lost loved ones in the past, mm-hmm. and they just feel like they don't exactly have the closure they're needing to move on and let go. So what I am able to do is I am able to channel those spirits of the loved ones and talk to them and get the messages to bring back to my clients to give them that closure.
Oh, that must be very good for your clients.
It is. It's unbelievable. Like I'm blessed to have this gift, and I just feel so honored to be able to share it with other people and bring happiness to their lives, right?
Of course. That's fabulous, Sandra. And so now let's talk a little bit about some readings that you might do for people in business. You know how people set goals and they want to take their business forward, or even are they in the right business?
Well, usually I can feel that pretty much instantly if they're going in the right direction, down the right path. What I do when I sit down with you and feel that, you know what, your job right now is just a day-to-day thing to pay the bills to get you by, I can let you know where I'm feeling the path you should be leading down and guide you that way.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well,
so when I do a reading, obviously I can let you know where I feel you should go, but then that's your choice whether you decide to go with it or not, right?
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
And so it's just giving a person a suggestion, I suppose. Would that be right?
Yes, for sure.
And you know, back in the day, like years ago, I used to go myself. I'll just talk about myself for a minute here. Used to go for tons of readings because I was looking for something. I was looking for some answers, and I would get them. I would get answers at the time. This is 8-10 years ago. And so I know myself from doing that, it can be a very positive thing for people, and especially this time of year where people are looking to make changes for the new year.
Definitely.
Like, how am I going to increase my business? Where am I going to take my business? So do you get a lot of calls on those topics?
Yes, I do. And like I said, I guide you in the direction that I feel you need to go to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's obviously completely up to the client whether they're going to take the advice that I'm giving them. I always say when I do my readings, I'm not going to solve all of the world's problems, but I can definitely guide you down the path that will make you happy.
That's awesome. That is wonderful. It's such a needed thing in today's world, I believe. And so now, how would you want people to contact you?
Well, simply, I can be reached on my website. When you do go onto my website, you will see that there's myself and a great psychic empath friend of mine, Angela. We're both on there because there is such an unbelievably big demand for readings that I don't like turning clients away. So you can choose between me or her, or if you prefer to have a reading done by both of us, then that's something we can definitely do. So they can reach me on there at www.infinitemissedreadings.com. I'm also on Facebook at Infinite Missed Readings by Sandra. And yeah, it's pretty easy to find me.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that a person could have a reading done by both of you. How does that work? Are you having the reading together?
So what we would do is we would set ourselves up so we're at the same place at the same time. And then if the person's wanting the reading in person or they want it online, we can both be there.
And how does it work to have a reading with two psychic people?
Well, we're pretty much reading each other's minds, and sometimes you'll hear one of us start saying something and the exact sentence will come out of the other person's mouth.
Wow.
So we really click together where it's almost like we were meant to do readings together, right? It's an amazing gift, and until people really end up trying it out, coming for a reading, it's hard to explain that feeling you get from it.
Yeah, I don't quite have how that would feel either. That would be a very unique situation to be able to have a reading.
It's absolutely unbelievable, Sherial, how I now walk out into a mall or a rec center when I'm taking my son to hockey, and I just pick up all these different energies from people. So I've learned to ground really, really good before I leave the house, just so I'm not picking up everybody else's energy, because it's like it attracts to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That really means that you have a very serious power.
Yes.
That's very, very good. And so, and you've only been doing this publicly, I guess you would say, for a few months. Did you say about 6 months?
Yes.
And before that, you were doing it for family and friends.
Absolutely, yes.
Awesome. And this is a gift that you knew that you had since you were a small child.
Yes. It's something that I knew I had. I just didn't know how to, because not everybody's a believer of it, right? So you just don't want people looking at you like, oh my goodness, they're weird, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I had to figure out a way where I knew I had the power, and actually a great friend of mine, Sherial, she does Reiki and crystal healing, and I incorporate that also into my readings if I'm feeling like the client's needing a little bit more protection. Then, you know, I can guide them with some amethyst and some lava stone or tourmaline, just to help them out that way too. And she said, Sandra, you need to start doing this as a job, because she said this is where you need to be. She said you're a powerhouse at this. So yeah, it was kind of, you know, the girlfriends that I guess gave me the kick in the right direction, and I've never looked back, and it's been an absolutely amazing ride so far, and I can't wait to what's in store for me.
That is wonderful, and I'm so glad that you were able to take the time to be on our show today, because this will just get the message around to hundreds of thousands of more people, because people need to know about you and the power that you have. And so I thank you so much again for being here, and you can find Sandra at infinitemisedreadings.com, and she has a place on her website that you can book an appointment. You can email her, and all of her information is there, and also she's available on Facebook as well. And so thank you again, Sandra, for being here, and I look forward to having you back on the show in the new year, so that we can talk about different things that people can do in January to really boost where their year is going to go. Would you be open to that?
For sure. It was such a pleasure to be on your show today. Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're very welcome, and we'll see you next time. And this is Sherial coming to you live from Las Vegas, and where we bring you tips, ideas, and strategies on taking your business to the next level. And when you have a private reading with Sandra with infinitemisedreadings.com, you will be amazed at what you're going to learn about yourself and where you should be, where your journey should be leading you. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time.